Hey and welcome to another video. My name is Mizu and as the title says, I'm gonna review Monster Hunter Rise today, therefore a small disclaimer to begin with. I am not explaining how everything works and will just go over my own thoughts about the game. Also, the game has been out for more than 3 weeks now and I don't know what you could possibly consider a spoiler, but yes, there will obviously be spoilers. In these 3 weeks, I've played the game for about 234 hours and I currently have 89% of the achievements done. And I really wanted to take my time before I do a review on this game. I'm planning on making a video on each of the title updates, so if you'd like to see that, go ahead and subscribe. Alright, let's start with the first topic. Rise looks absolutely outstanding for a Switch title, but performance-wise, well, it still feels a lot better than the demo version did. But especially in a map like the Flooded Forest, the FPS dropped noticeably, and it's not just in multiplayer, but solo as well. Part of this problem are the large and detailed maps of course, but you also have 4 players and 4 palamutes or palicos running around, and with that, thousands of effects on the screen, which is not just too much for the Switch to handle, but also for myself, cause I can't even see what I'm doing a lot of the time. Please just give us options to turn off or reduce certain effects like we can with the HUD or the blood effects. Sincerely, every hunter. Overall, the game looks and runs perfectly fine most of the time, but it just has its moments, so I'm excited to see how the PC version will be. Monster Hunter in general has really good music, but Monster Hunter Rise's music really fits to its theme and has some amazing tracks. From the theme that plays in the title screen to the Thunder Serpent Nara one, they're all fantastic, and even the ones from old monsters like Zinogre, mizuxtsune, and Nargacuga have been remade and include great vocals now. That might be something that not everyone likes, but I do quite a lot actually. By the way, if you want to listen to an awesome Magnamalo remix, I'm linking Duplex's channel down below. Quality stuff right there. Now, about the voices. So, I played through the game in English and have changed it to Japanese since the end of the story, and I can say that I like both equally. The only problem I have with the English version is the monster intros, which sound a lot better in Japanese. We also have 20 different voices to choose from, which gives your character a slightly different personality. Since your character also speaks certain lines in the quest, it's neat that the different voices have different things to say, which again gives them more personality. I still have the voice line frequency on 20% though. Here's a quick clip of Cups to show you what happens if you don't put it at 20%.
This one's gonna hit hard! Be careful! Something's coming!
Thank you, kind. Very kind of you.
Cheers! Now's my chance!
Thanks Cups for letting me use this. His channel is linked in the description. Go ahead and check him out. He's cool. Besides that, there's some sound effects for weapons that have been pointed out by many, best example being the charge blade stink noise when using counterbeat performance. On the other hand, we got nice visual effects instead, and honestly, the sounds aren't awful, they're just new and I think they're fine. Now let's talk about the probably most important part in Monster Hunter. We got a total of 37 large monsters to hunt. 23 of them are returning ones, 9 of them are completely new ones, 2 of these 9 are Elder Dragons, and then we got 3 Apex monsters on top of that. They also included the disgusting yuckfish, which is actually something I'd like to point out. They somehow made some of the returning monsters more enjoyable to fight. I especially noticed it when fighting Gerototus or Anjanath, which I disliked quite a bit in World, but they're decent in Rise. By the way, the hunter notes are great. They show you all the drop chances for each and every item, and give you a lot of details about weaknesses to each weapon type, element, and ailment resistances. All in all, a majority of fights are really fun, and that of course also has to do with the weapons and the way we choose to play them, so let's go over that next. I don't play all of the weapons, but the ones I do play are really fun, and the addition of switch skills gives us the option to change our moveset depending on what we prefer. There are some skills that are clearly stronger or more useful than others, but that's the great thing about it, because as soon as you unlock all of them, which isn't hard to do, you get all the choices and can mix and match whatever you like. The only wish I got is that they're gonna add more switch skills and wirebug moves in the near future. Talking about the wirebug, I think it's a great addition to the game. It makes the gameplay feel much faster because you can zip around and get out of sticky situations with the wirefall. All of this, combined with being able to walk while drinking potions and having a palamute to sit on so you can sharpen easier during the hunt, there's just a lot of quality of life stuff going on. Wyvern riding is also quite alright. It is forced, so you kinda have to use it, but I think it's better than mounting since it gives you more options on what you can do. I did like the mounting minigame back then though. And yes, this does of course make the game a bit easier, but this is still high rank that we're talking about, and high rank was never really difficult to begin with. Although I gotta say that low rank Hezu was quite difficult, that's besides the point. Kimura village itself is a nice place to be in. You got quick access to everything you need in both village and gathering hub. Being able to choose your subquest when talking to Hinoa and Minato and having the merchant right next to them is such a simple thing, but it makes the time between the hunts faster and less tedious. The loading times within Kimura are basically non-existent except for the training area maybe. Now, when going on a quest you do have a longer loading time, but it's surprisingly not that bad considering how big the areas are, so that's fine. Onto the actual maps themselves now. They look great. The Shrine Ruins are a neat starting area, and so are the Frost Islands. The Lava Caverns remind me of Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate's Sunken Hollow map, where you had a cave-like map at the start, and after progressing through the story it turned into a lava area. Except now you have both cave and lava area mixed together from the start, which makes it possible that all sorts of monsters can be there. Now, the Sandy Plains and the Flooded Forest are both maps from 3 Ultimate that have been remade, and oh boy are they good. 3 Ultimate was my first Monster Hunter, and I love the way they remade the maps I used to know. They now got a lot of verticality and secrets to discover, which is great. Talking about secrets, there's quite a lot you can explore actually. You got 12 relics to collect from each map, which gives you a little bit of lore, and you also get wooden carvings of some monsters from the merchant, which you can then use to decorate your room with. There's also stuff you can win at the lottery and scrolls you unlock for hunting 10 of each monster, which you can buy from Rondine to then put in your room. On top of that, you can find all sorts of useful endemic life and helpers around the maps like cute spiders, birds and insects. Alright, when it comes to our achievements, I think they're pretty fun to do. All of them are relatively easy to obtain, and the ones I'm currently missing are pick up 500 hunting helpers, collect 1000 golden spirit bucks, obtain all switch skills, and hunt 1000 monsters, which I will get sooner or later anyways. Taking photos is also needed for achievements, but it's only about endemic life, not small or large monsters. I took a picture of every large monster for the hunter notes anyways and made a video about it where you can also download all images. Check the description if you'd like to see that. By the way, I don't like that there's a photo limit of 300 photos, like, can we not do that? I have plenty of space on my Switch, let me use it. I somehow gotta recreate that photo now. This is probably the biggest flaw for a lot of us at the moment. We all love Monster Hunter and would like to have more to do, which is a good thing, but there just isn't more, so I'm looking forward for the first title update. Basically, you finish the Narwa quest and start farming charms right away by getting tickets from rampages or materials that are worth a lot of points when melding them, such as Narwas. Now, technically you can hunt whatever you like, but it's most efficient to do the things I just mentioned. The game also rewards you for helping low rank hunters while being high ranked yourself. Although you don't get any high rank monster materials, you do get armor spheres and jewels for decorations. During my playtime, I used to join a lot of low rank and high rank quests when I just didn't know what to do and wanted to help out others. In the meantime, I also did different armor sets for my favorite weapons and did a few speedrun attempts, so there was always something to do for me. Oh, and remember when they said we are gonna need less materials to craft stuff? It's barely noticeable. I still feel like we have to farm monsters enough times to get the weapons and armor we want. Now, to get back to the Rampage really quick, I heard some say that Rampage is stressful for them. I don't really see them. I think it's quite fun and relaxing, in multiplayer of course. I'm very positively surprised with Rampage since it didn't look very exciting in the trailers, but it's legit fun. The graphics and performance are the only thing where it didn't improve from World, but that's totally expected since it's a Switch title, at least for now. The music is as always great. We got the weapon movesets we had in Iceborne, but can now choose different switch skills that are close to Gen Ultimate's hunting styles and arts. We also got the good weapon designs back for most monsters, The bad ones from World though have been implemented in Rise instead of remaking them. We got a lot of mobility due to the wire bugs and palamutes and a lot of quality of life stuff in general. We got more endemic life that we can use mid-hunt. Sadly no more environmental traps like a landslide or boulders. The only thing we have is quicksand in the sandy plains where the monster can get stuck in, and certain lava eruptions in the lava caverns where the monster gets damaged. Base World had 30 monsters if you take away any of the updates, so Rise having 37 at the moment sounds like a good start. Sadly there's a lack in layered armor currently, and I hope we will get the option to somehow craft layered armor very soon. The endgame should definitely have more variety in terms of what we can hunt to be efficient, although in World you also hunted the same 3 tempered elders for a long time. All in all, I would currently give Monster Hunter Rise 9 out of 10 dangos for the little flaws it has and the fun I had with the game. I can't wait for the title update 1 and future updates. I hope you enjoyed this little video as it cost me a lot of time to make, so I would really appreciate you commenting your thoughts down below if you have a different opinion. And yeah, as I said earlier, I'm planning on making a video just like this about the first and future title updates, and I'm also working on more speedruns of course, so subscribe if you want to see that. Don't forget to check out the links in the description, and I wish you good luck on your hunts, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!